Okay, what's up, everybody? We have got today, along with you, we're heading into day 13. And as soon as we go to bed for the night. Okay, let's just go ahead and do it. We're almost at the end of the third week. And I believe the end of the game. Because they said at the beginning that we'd have 3 weeks. Each week appears to be like 5 days. So I think 15th will be the last day. You've really had to deal with a lot recently. I'm afraid we must continue our work, however, so please come see me. Okay. So we're going to see Hallie, the AI. Or Haley, whatever. The female version of Hal from 2001. Okay, seems like we keep discovering nothing but bad news, but there is one more area you need to travel to. I've continued to monitor the planet's condition since we shut down the terraforming fields, so I think it was the right choice. But I'm starting to pick up terrible readings from within the planet's core. Things are coming to a head now. There's no point waiting around today. Please just plot a course in the shuttle bay and let's do what we need to do. Okay, we're gonna do what we need to do. In the shuttle. Mission complete. That place is currently inaccessible. So I think, yeah, the only place we can go is to the cave, which is on the Mamba. So here we go. We're off to see John. Or more likely just find his dead body. Still raining. You've reached the research lab. That's where energy-specific R&D took place over the last 16 years. Since the lab was first built, we have made significant gains finding new uses, processes, and efficiencies for the crystal harvest here. Mr. Lamamba's notes suggested that if we were to find any usable fuel for the escape ship, it would be here. Somehow, though, I suspect it won't be as straightforward as that. It seems like it never is with that man. Ooh. What is this? Partial remains. It's very difficult to pull much data from these remains, but they are human. Most of what should be there has likely been buried or blown away. Ew. The ongoing storms make retrieval of most things outdoors problematic. Still, I'd say those remains are about 2 years old. Oh, good. So somebody got locked outside. Various labs are contained within 4 color-coded nodes. To reach each node, you can use the transport platform in front of you. That big dome in front of you is the main research core. It's a special chamber that is sealed, lined, and monitored to prevent disasters. Let's look around and see if we can figure out how to get it open. Oh, there we are. Hello. Oh, okay. So that's me way back there. I guess we're gonna use the monorail. The maglev platform can go right to the blue labs or left to the red labs. Which way will you go? Might as well go clockwise. We'll go to the blue labs first. When you're done looking around there, you can return to the transport platform and travel to another node. Sweet. Okay, so we've got Zemba Ivanovic's lab. Let's see, back here we've got Abra Dombrowski's lab. Dombrowski? That seems kind of... And we've got... Oh, Common Lab. Yay, thank you. Okay, let's go to the Common Lab first. It's easier to pronounce. You've reached the Common Lab. It was used by all the researchers for various general tasks. Looks like it's in quite a state. Why am I so small? I'm so small back there. It's gonna make it hard to like actually tell where I am. Like now, for example. Where am I? Okay. There's a body. Body of Abra Dombrowski. I'm afraid you found another corpse. This one belongs to R&D engineer Abra Dombrowski. I would surmise she was trapped in that room for some time. It's difficult to ascertain, but she likely either starved to death or was asphyxiated by the steadily decreasing supply of oxygen. Either way, it would have been horrible. There is a single note still legible near the body. It reads, "Goodbye, Themba." Aww. So who is Themba? Look at the debris. Okay, look at the debris. A large portion of that common area was ruined by a cave-in. Previously, it probably blocked the door until another seismic shift settled the debris. So much research and work has been ruined by all this destruction. I know, it's terrible. It's sad. All that research and work. Forget the bodies. Can't really tell if there's anything else to do in here. But it doesn't look like it. Nothing to scan. I mean, that looks like a drone, but apparently that is the debris. So, okay, Common Lab is out. So let's go check our room. Abra Dombrowski Lab. Oh, wait, I saw something. Hold on. Where was that? Where was it? Oh. Carrot painting. That is a childlike painting of a carrot inside a fairly ornate frame. That looks like a body, but this is a giant rabbit. She liked rabbits, I guess. That storage container is completely full of plush toys, old physical letters, and children's books. Its contents have spilled out everywhere. You know, it seems to me that someone was digging through that container and tossing things aside. Perhaps they were looking for something. Perhaps they were, hell. Perhaps they were. That's a physical edition of The Tale of Peter Rabbit by Beatrix Potter. It's not an original printing, but it's still quite valuable. The Tale of Peter Rabbit. My, that is a large collection of items. There are stuffed animals, trinkets, porcelain figures, and homemade items. Apparently Mr. Dombrowski was quite a, well, how would you put it? Collector. How very diplomatic of you. It is a wonder Miss Dombrowski even managed to bring this many personal effects with her when she traveled from Earth. It is actually quite a wonder. The ink is faded, but there's something scrawled on that old standard issue office note. Password fave things. Smiley face. Fave things. Smiley face. This appears to be locked with a password. Do you want to try to enter it? I would say rabbit. I mean, picture of a carrot. Peter Rabbit. Tell Peter Rabbit is the thing in the middle. Favorite things. Okay. Rabbits. Good work. I have access to Miss Dombrowski's private terminal now. There are bits of research she was doing for Mr. Lamamba on energy transportation. It seems one of the major issues the team was having was with storing energy in smaller containers without increasing volatility. That's curious. That was never really a priority for the colony. I wonder just what exactly this new research was really for. In any case, I've sent a security request from this terminal to try to open up the core. Okay, we've got one. We've got the research data regarding storing this improved energy source. That will help make the escape ship safer. Let's see what else we can find so we can gain access to the core. shelf of many things. The Hall of Hoarders. She was such a hoarder. Okay. So now let's go down to Themba Ivanovic's lab. I remember she left a note and said, "Goodbye, Themba." Unlike the shelf in R&D engineer Dombrowski's lab, this one appears very tidy and utilitarian. Miss Ivanovic seems to have created her own tracking system and predictive models for waste management, in addition to the routines I controlled. The shelf contains several collections of hard copy notes and projections, as well as contingency plans for alternative methods of waste reduction and redirection. Of course it does. I mean, why wouldn't it? That's obvious. You can tell that from looking at it. This was the research station that Director of Waste Management Themba Ivanovic used during her time there. Her terminal is inoperable, but the desk looks very organized. Logs indicate that she had a particularly difficult job, especially once the drones began to malfunction and resources became more constrained. Oh, what's this? Charred garbage bin. That waste receptacle was used to burn something. Your scan indicates traces of cotton and synthetic fibers, as well as paper, likely as a type of kindling. Cotton and synthetic fibers, like a stuffed rabbit. You can probably still see bits of whatever was burned in there. I'm picking up round, fluffy curls of something. Stuffing. Duh. So she burned Dombrod's stuffed animal. Kind of weird. I wonder if that's it. That's what she was looking for. Go right to the Yellow Labs. Ah, that's just weird. Okay, so we got only 2 areas in here. We're missing the lab apparently. Beth Jacobson's lab and break room. Okay, let's hit the break room first. I see you found the research lab's break room. I wouldn't touch any of the food there. There's no telling what it's been exposed to. Actually, I can tell you exactly. Your suit is picking up all sorts of data. Do you want to know? Sure. There are over 400 dangerous substances and trace elements that, on second thought, it's probably best not to worry about it. Colonists would relax there during breaks on shifts. It appears someone was using it quite frequently. Food processor. It's a standard food processor. It's quite broken down though. Probably hasn't been active in years. Probably. Looks like a video game. Oh, yeah, it is. Looks like some of the colonists constructed an old-fashioned arcade machine from spare materials. Since though, it's been used for parts. Aww. Got chairs, got a table in here. Got birthday cards. Those look like old cards given to various coworkers in the years prior to the collapse. One says, "Happy birthday, Opera." It features some kind of furry animal. Its date is January 11, 2033. Some kind of furry animal. I bet it's a rabbit. And I bet that was Dombrod. Another has some sort of geometric minimalist design that says, "Happy birthday, Themba." The date is May 13th, 2029. I'm guessing one of the other colonists that we find is going to be into geometry and math. The third looks a little generic, as if less effort was put into it. Happy B-Day, Beth. The date on it is August 2nd, 2034. Magazine rack. I never did understand humans' obsession with printed reading material. That rack has many hot printed magazines and periodicals. Some crafty colonists sent news data through the Earth transmissions and then used a printing device to create physical copies. I imagine for some time it was heartening to read stories from Earth, but the transmissions would have been 23 years old. Even with hyperspace travel, reducing transmission delivery time by 75%, that is a large gap, and that information wouldn't be at all useful. What do you think about this? I get it. Perhaps this is one of those human behaviors that is difficult to parse without more considerable experience. They just missed Earth. That's all. It's not like really... You couldn't understand. You're a robot, Hallie. You just don't get it. Okay. And I think we're going to have to go back to that other one. Okay, Beth Jacobson's terminal. To look at the cards again. I'll write that down. Because I think their birthdays are going to have something to do with it. Okay, Beth Jacobson's notes. That pile of faded, handwritten notes is very difficult to make out. However, I believe the sentiment within indicates frustration. The only complete segment I can reconstruct says, they're not helping, this isn't going to work, I don't want to die here. So, Beth was getting frustrated with these people. Expect sample containers. Those containers are designed to slowly mix multiple elements in a controlled environment. The notes besides each all indicate that none of the various experiments were successful. Miss Jacobson's research spilled out onto that table as well. It's covered with notes and... Oh, what's this? There's a somewhat blurry printed photograph among the papers. It looks to be of R&D engineer Ben Goyen. In it, he's smiling at his desk. Ooh. Beth and Ben? Sorry. Okay. There's a prompt that says, please insert boot disk to continue. Perhaps you can find a disk somewhere in the facility. I'm guessing that's going to be in one of the other labs. Okay, let me go write down their birthdays. Go back over here to this other lab. So I think that'll send me a bit later. I have a feeling these have to do with stuff. Okay, Abra. January 11th, 2033. Okay. Abra is 111. Wait, we'll put 33 just in case. Now there's some sort of geometric minimalist design. Okay, Shemba is May 13th. Looks a little generic. Okay, happy birthday, Beth. That's Beth Jacobson. August 2nd. 8/2/34. Usually whenever there's dates, and you can like reread them, it has some kind of importance. So, okay, now we're gonna go to green. I'm going to guess somewhere there's going to be a boot disk. Then we'll have to go back to yellow. So we'll have to remember that. Let's see, sleeping quarters, and we've got Maurice Brennan's lab. Okay, let's check out Maurice Brennan's lab first. We'll do this a little differently this time. Look at that, holograms. Likely some kind of research projection. Interesting. Holograms. Okay, use Maurice Brennan's terminal. There's an error message. It reads, please complete simulation sequence to continue. Ooh, a puzzle. Looks like we'll need to complete whatever the simulation sequence is. Maybe you can try the hologram machines in that room. Which hologram? C, B, or A? Hold on. Damaged data pad. That data pad was left to process small-scale energy simulations, but a software error stalled its progress. Just a bit of battery left. There's an audio log recorded by Mr. Brennan. I'll transcribe it for you. Prioritization of the new energy source Lamamba and I are working on is proving difficult. However, thanks to the hologram simulations here, I've come to a conclusion. 1. Because of time constraints, energy efficiency is the most important factor. We need to keep power as long as possible. 2. The next most important factor is compatibility. We need to be able to use this with existing systems. 3. Sadly, given the circumstances, safety is the last priority. That's the end of the log. Okay, I'm guessing 1 is power. The table is currently projecting a power simulation. Do you want to change it? 2nd is compatibility. So I'm guessing that one. Material degradation simulation. Wait. Currently projecting an energy efficiency simulation. You want to change it? Yes. Wait, did we change it? Wait, what? Okay, hologram B. Yes. Okay, hold on. Safety simulation. Why does it say safety now? Okay, no. Yes. Now what is it? Energy efficiency simulation. Oh, okay. Energy, and then we need to go to compatibility. A compatibility system. No. And the last one will be safety. A compatibility, yes I do. Power simulation, yes. There we go. Okay. I get it. I get this now. I think you've done it. That seems to be the correct sequence. You can activate, or you can access Mr. Brennan's terminal now. That looks easy. Okay, right. Yeah, it looks like Mr. Brennan's work was really showing progress. He seemed to have found ways to speed up Mr. Lamamba's efforts. Normally, with the production of energy from the mined crystals, there's a certain amount of untapped energy because of the inefficiencies in the workflow and whatnot. Simulations show that Mr. Brennan was able to minimize these inefficiencies, though the risks for doing so were beyond safety protocols. This should mean a more concentrated, longer-lasting energy source, perfect for the escape ship. But where is the result of that research? Well, for now, I've sent a security request from Mr. Brennan's account to provide us access to the core. And now we'll get the yellow circle to light up. We've secured the research data for improving the efficiency of the new energy source. That will help the escape ship operate longer. Let's see what else we can find so you can gain access to the core. Hey, any place where we're not finding bodies is cool. I'm good with that. Alright, let's go check out the research lab. I'm in the sleeping quarters. That's on-site sleeping quarters for the researchers. I think I see a body. We got a giant room again. Is this the data pad that we can read? Yep, Demba's data pad. That portable data pad has a significant collection of personal media for Director of Waste Management Demba Ivanovic. Music, photos, notes, oh, and a series of logs. Here's an entry that might be of some interest. What makes this all even worse is that I could die in here surrounded by idiots. Lamamba's mad quest to speed up energy development will kill us all. He is determined, but his increasing time demands make things dangerous. That idiot Dabrowski is increasingly useless, distracted by her stuffed friends. I gave her a little incentive to refocus. Burning the animal. I knew it. There's another entry here you should see. Lumumba's work is hopeless. Nguyen and the rest are fools for sticking around this long. I know we'll never get the help we need. We're right off now. I'm getting out of here. Those remains you scanned on the surface must have been those of Miss Ivanovic. She unfortunately never found any kind of safety or escape. Whoever last used that bed did not make it when they left. Right. Thank you for that information. Take the data card. That data card has a red label that reads Beam Nguyen. You can use it in certain terminals to read its content. Like in the yellow lab, perhaps? Oh, sure, that was a body. There are dozens of photos and pictures of cute animals inside that locker. It looks like Abra Dombrowski's locker. There's also a photo of Miss Dombrowski smiling with her arm around Themba Ivanovic, who looks somewhat annoyed. Underneath the photo is a printed label with some markings I don't understand. Heart, heart, heart. Aww. How sad. She liked her and the other one didn't. Dumba didn't like her. Abra was like, "You're my friend." And Themba's like, "I like you." And she was a witch. And she burned her stuffed animal. Okay. Let's go back to the yellow labs real quick. And use that data card. Wait, is this right? No, I think it's the other one. Okay. Yeah, we need to go to the other room. Hold on. Beth Jacobson's lab. Please insert a boot disk. Okay, we found... Oh, that wasn't it. Okay. Never mind. So we need to go to the next area. Hold on. So we'll go to the green labs and then go from there to the red labs. And this will be the last area. So we should find something to read the data card, but we need to find a boot disk here. It doesn't look like we can scan the debris here. Okay, Ben Nguyen. Wow. Okay then. What is all this? These notes are highly complex predictive models for the stability of energy in various forms. Amazing that they are all handwritten. There's a small printed photograph stuck on one of the paper sheets, though it's been torn in two. It looks like a photo of a woman with dark shoulder-length hair. She's wearing a lab coat. Her face is unfortunately cut off. I think we know who that is. I think we all know who that is. The system boot disk for a terminal probably uses a backup. A yellow letter B is written on the label in marker. Take the boot disk. That's what we wanted. Okay. Backup drives. Mr. Nguyen apparently kept several external backup drives. They're all connected to an emergency power unit, which is now inoperable. With core systems down and without my help to run routines, this lab probably had to rely on whatever was available. Think pretty highly of yourself. Oh, wait, hold it. What's this? Cluttered table. That table contains heaps of dusty notebooks. Mr. Nguyen must have been frantically working in there. The faded handwriting on one note reads, "Now that she's gone, how will I find the strength to help Lumumba? Are we truly doomed?" It also says, "I'm the only one who remembers her birthday, so I know no one else will get access." Yep, there it is. Okay, hold on. Let's use his data card. I'm reading the card you found in the lounge now. It's got a text log on it that I can extract for you. She said goodbye today. I wasn't sure what she meant. I know everyone blamed her for what happened, but it wasn't her fault. I was the one who pushed her to do more work, to do more than she was capable of. I thought she could handle it, but I was wrong. Even now, they curse her name as if she was responsible for the whole colony failing, but her mistake was mine too. Okay, enter password. Hints for birthday. Month, date, year. You want to try to enter a password. How would we know the year? Okay, so maybe the years on the things were the dates, not that the birthday card was given, but the date of their birth? Okay. Try that then. 0, 5, 13, 29. Okay, 8, 2, 34. I was looking at the wrong one, sorry. Beth Jacobson. Excellent. Mr. Goyen's files contained a lot of data. He truly was an exceptional engineer. Looks like he was focused on retrofitting colony power systems. To deal with Mr. Lumumba's increasing demands, Mr. Goyen had to construct some ingenious workarounds so the new energy source could be used. He really was at the forefront of what he was doing. It's too bad this tragedy had to be the impetus for all this innovation. I've initiated a security request now to the core. That should help us get inside. We just need the yellow one. We've got the research data on how to tune the ship to best use the new energy source. That should help us retrofit the escape ship. Let's see what else we can find so we can gain access to the core. The only problem is that there's 2 bodies missing. We haven't found Goyen's or Beth. No, wait, Beth was outside. Beth was the one who tried to leave and didn't make it. So it was, okay, we found Abra. She was in the rubble. Okay, so we need Themba and Beth. I guess it doesn't really matter. Green lab. And then we'll go to the yellow lab from there. Yellow. Use the boot disk, and we should have the 4th key to unlock the core. Great. We've accessed Miss Jacobson's research data. I'm afraid the news isn't good. She didn't make much progress, it seems. In fact, what I'm seeing here is a series of failed experiments and reports. Well, we can use some of this as reference so we don't make the same mistakes. It's too bad that Miss Jacobson didn't feel she was contributing to the research. In our way, we could owe our own survival to her. Oh, there's a note here that just popped up. Ben, I'm so sorry for everything. I let you down. I let everybody down. I love you. Uh-oh. We found the research data on all the failed formulas. That should help us avoid mistakes and increase the stability of the escape ship. And as you probably heard, I've managed to gain access to the core. Head back to the exit. Let's see what Mr. Lumumba was up to. I'm thinking their bodies are probably in the core there or something. That doesn't really matter. Green labs and then exit. Green labs and then red labs and exit. Okay. Exit. There, the bridge is extended. It's time to head inside that core lab. Okay, we already know. Okay, so inside the research core is gonna be the bodies. Yep, 2 bodies. This place is a real mess, but it looks like there's an energy source there. And are those more bodies? Yes, they are. Okay, this is probably been... I regret to inform you, Tom, that you have scanned the body of research manager... Oh, Jean Lumumba. The position of the body suggests that he was thrown back by some kind of force. His spinal column is damaged, and a blow to the head is likely what killed him. The scan also picked up on the contents of a data recorder in Mr. Lumumba's pocket. It's a log. I'll transcribe it. Goyen has been dead for hours. Sonic vibrations and emissions from the sequencer probably exploded his heart. Hold on. That noise is really bugging. Not long now. Pierre, you damn fool. We were both so very wrong. But if you're still out there, what we made here, it should carry you a long way. I know you didn't give up despite everything. I hope you find this. There's a suddenly loud sound and the recording stops here. I'm so sorry, Tom. This is awful. I'm afraid I must agree with you. Mr. Lumumba appears to have been misjudged by many of those around him. It's complicated. Okay, you found the body of R&D engineer Ben Goyen. He appears to have collapsed there. The position suggests he was clutching his chest. Because of the strange particulates in the air in this room, his body is fairly well preserved. I doubt that's a comfort. In his hand is the other half of that torn photo you found in his lab. The woman's face is visible in this half. It appears to be Beth Jacobson. Yep, he liked her. Alright. We just need to check out the energy source thingy here. Take the energy source. This must be the new energy source that the team was developing in its labs. By the looks of it, it's still stable. All the machinery in there must have been reconfigured to produce a single fuel cell, an incredible last-ditch effort. It is regrettable that Mr. Lumumba is not more forthcoming with the other colonists. Some of them likened him to a villain. However, he appeared to succeed in his task, even though most people did not know or understand his motivations. Well, that fuel cell will power the escape ship for a considerable amount of time, improving our chances of survival. When you're ready to leave, come on back home. I'm ready to leave, man. I mean, hell. At least some good finally came of these energy production facilities, even though it took all this for it to happen. So now we can go back. Return to Colony A. Tonight we'll be talking to Jean Lumumba, who we thought had ran out on his people, but actually he was just going to help them with this project that would have maybe possibly saved everybody, except that it blew up. He pushed it too far with the safety concerns. He put safety last, and it ended up destroying things and killing people. I feel awful for having to put you through this, you know. Yeah, no you don't. You stupid AI. It's like, okay, you want to go tell somebody else that you found their dead body? All of their friends are dead, and they probably killed them. Great. Have a good night. With today's revelations and the increasing instability of the planet, I know things are very stressful. I hope you can break the news tactfully tonight. Oh, gee, I don't know. I'm not sure I really want to be tactful. I mean, I'd kind of rather be a jerk. Okay. So here we go. We're gonna rest for a while, and then go talk to Jean. Tell him, hey buddy, sorry, it's time, Tom. I wish your time tonight was under happier circumstances. I'll see you in the morning. Yeah, you go to sleep, Allie. That's fine, we got this. Tom, it's you. Listen, before you say anything, I really wanted to go over something as a way of smoothing over what we... Wait, what is it? It looks like something serious has happened. Come on, be honest with me. I understand. Understand what? What I was doing at the refinery, or what I... Oh, damn it all, I get it. Okay, I'm listening. I thought it wouldn't matter if this happened, but... Well, I don't feel so great about it now. You know, inside it feels like... I feel almost sick. I don't know what I was thinking would happen, but somehow knowing that the other me is gone, that adds some real finality to all of it. But okay, let's think about this positively here. At least now we know. But please, tell me, what was I doing out there in the lab? You were right, or you did it. You were right. That makes sense, doesn't it? And it shows that the other me was trying to do the right thing. Well, now we can focus on what's important, taking this discovery and applying it to the work I'm doing here. If the other Jean and his team managed to create a newer, better energy source in those final days, you'll all be set. Or you'll be all set. I just need to work with the AI to figure out how to modify the escape ship to accept the new source and regulate it. He must have known. He must have known that it wasn't possible to get everyone off. But if anybody could, it would be worth it. I'm confident now I can finish what I was brought here to do, get you home safely. That makes me so very happy. Good energy source. Of course, you want to know how it will help you get back home. Let me explain. Since the current fuel system in the escape ship isn't functioning, you won't get very far, especially without energy. This new, better energy source is less volatile, and we can control it more finely to give an extra boost to the engines, you see. That will help counter the increasing gravity. It'll also let you sip energy longer, so the ship can travel further without depleting. This is truly great news, but it came at such a high price. I am, however, so very happy that I can use this to help you now, Tom. The more time we spent together these past weeks, the more I wanted to do right by you. Is there anything else we should talk about before I get back to work? So it's past regret. We did talk about that, didn't we? Since then, I've really been reconsidering a few things. My work here in this chamber has taught me something, that life is literally what you make of it. Attitude is everything. I always clung to regrets, the things I should have done or should have said, and maybe that's why I did what I did in the cave. But in the end, it wasn't really regret that drove the other me, was it? It couldn't have been. You can't find drive like that in the past. No, it must have been hope. Just like I'm helping you now. With everything that's going on around us, hope is driving me. Hope that you'll get off here and home safely, and I suppose hope that our work here will live on and be remembered. So really, I don't think I see things the way I used to. Too much has happened these past few weeks. Is there anything else we should talk about before I get back to work? Beth and Bid. Oh no, did you find out what happened to them? I knew that Ben and Beth had a thing, but they were always discreet about it. Some of the others weren't happy about it, I know. Ben was my number one. Without him, I couldn't do anything. Obviously, he followed me until the end. The real Jean, he probably didn't even realize the rift that opened between them as a result of his single-mindedness. I destroyed so many lives. I was trying to do good to help everybody, but I was so blind to everything around me. You've helped me see this fault in me. Now that I know, I won't make the same mistakes again. Thank you. Because of you, I have renewed focus and real perspective. I'm going to use it to help you. Well, I suppose I should get to work on improving your escape ship. Time's running out, but we're so close. I'll be seeing you soon, Tom. I just know it, and thanks again. Okay. I just know it. I know I will see you again. Okay. Okay, so that was day 13. And we'll go ahead and stop the video there. When we pick it back up, and we'll be on day 14. And like, comment, subscribe, and as always, check out CMC the Gamer and Strix Gaming. I guess that's it. Okay, we're coming to the end of this game, and I'm not sure. I might do like a couple more walkthroughs and just do the different conversations, because there's different endings like for each of the 4 characters, I guess, and to kind of fill in the rest of their stories and what they were doing. Plus, a lot of this I don't really, not really kind of keeping up with. I don't really understand a lot of it, um, as far as the corporate and mechanical things. So, I'm not really sure. Okay. But anyways, we'll go ahead and end it there. And thank you for watching. Have a good night.